Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have today is a 2021 Subaru Legacy Limited XT.
This Legacy is painted in magnetite gray metallic.
Does have smart key access on the front doors. On the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. On the front door panels you have storage with bottle holders. This one is a premium Harman Kardon sound system. And of course you get power windows, locks, and mirrors. And driver's seat also gets 2-person memory settings.
It has a slate black interior and the limited trims add leather seat upholstery.
Both front seats are fully powered, and the driver's one also gets this manual thigh adjustment. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start up that turbocharged boxer engine. And of course, along with smart key, it has push button ignition.
The Legacy is Subaru's contender in the midsize sedan segment that competes directly with mainstays like the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. The Legacy was launched for 1990 and is now in its 7th generation as of the 2023 model year. It is worth noting that, beginning with the launch of the 2nd-gen Legacy from 1995, Subaru has also sold the Outback, which is pretty much a Legacy with increased ground clearance for light off-roading capabilities and a more rugged appearance. For the Legacy's past few generations, the regular Legacy is exclusively a sedan, while the lifted Legacy-based Outback has been solely a 5-door wagon/crossover. This 2021 we have here represents the 7th and current generation of the Legacy. The 7th-gen Legacy made its debut for the 2020 model year, and also provides the basis for the 6th-generation Subaru Outback, which, like the last generation, is a 5-door version of the Legacy with added ground clearance. The 7th-gen Legacy utilizes a new platform and is claimed to be much stiffer than the outgoing generation. The old flat-6 engine offered in higher trims was also discontinued for the 7th-gen Legacy and was replaced by a new top engine choice, which is the turbocharged flat-4 also used in the Ascent. Also, one thing about this generation that you'll definitely notice right away as you step into it is that huge 11.6-inch touchscreen that comes in most models. 2023 saw the Legacy and Outback get a mid-cycle facelift, making this 2021 a pre-facelift model. The US market 21 Legacy was offered in the following trim levels: Base, Premium, Sport, Limited, Limited XT as seen here, and finally Touring XT. 2 different engines are offered, with the base one being a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter flat-4 with 182 horsepower. Opting for one of the 2 XT trim levels gets you the top engine, a 2.4-liter turbocharged flat-4 with a potent 260 horses. Standard across the entire lineup are a Lineartronic CVT automatic transmission and Subaru's patented symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Also standard on all Legacies, even the base model, is Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology.
In the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And then there's also a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. You also have the trip reset button, which will go between trip A and trip B. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. There are sport grips. As for controls, First, on this side, you have your audio controls, as well as your Bluetooth controls and your voice command button. Info display controls right here. Heated steering wheel toggle. And then on this side, you got your cruise and adaptive cruise controls, along with your lane keep assist. And there's also manual shiftability via these paddle shifters, simulated at manual shifting since it is a CVT. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. Storage for the driver, power trunk release, panel dimmer, climate vent for the driver. On this side is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have a speaker up top, central climate vents, hazard switch, and no doubt you can't miss it, front and center is the 11.6-inch touchscreen interface for your StarLink infotainment system. We will go over that more in a bit. There are a few physical controls like your volume power tuning knobs and then your temperature on either side for the climate control, and front and mirror defrosters. But speaking of climate control, it does have dual zone automatic climate control, and the vast majority of the climate controls are actually built into the touchscreen. Got your different zones, fan speed, and then you also got your 3-stage heated front seats. But, as I said earlier, we'll go over this system more in a bit. The parking brake is electronically operated. You have 2 USB ports along with an aux port, a little bit of storage. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. The side view mirrors also tilt down. Behind the shifter you have 2 cup holders. And you also have a 2-tiered center console with a 12-volt power outlet. Glove box is lockable. A little bit of storage above the glove box. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Grab handles at all 4 corners. Auto dimming rear view, compass, garage home link, and on the overhead console, got your overhead lighting, sunglass holder, roadside assistance, and the controls for your power sunroof. It is one-touch auto. Alright, so here's the StarLink infotainment system. So, along the bottom, you're going to have your climate controls, which will always be there. And then you push this car icon, takes you to vehicle controls, like your settings in terms of driving aids, that kind of stuff. You also have, auto start-stop as a feature, which you can toggle via that button right there. Then this button takes you to your home screen. It'll take you back to here, and then this is for driver profile. So you've got navigation with the map right there. Radio. You have AM, FM, and Sirius XM, along with, as you will see, Bluetooth audio streaming as well. Apps, including Sirius XM Travel Link. Right now we're on fuel prices. Follow your favorite sports teams, and you got local weather, that kind of stuff. And also My Subaru. And settings, we have all sorts of stuff. Just one of the things right there. Phone, car. And then all the while, we can configure what you see along the top right here. So it has like the audio, like Bluetooth stuff. And then your acceleration, fuel consumption. But in terms of this system, once you spend a few minutes with it, get to know the ins and outs of it, it's not nearly as daunting as it may look when you first look at this giant screen. Now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are fully automatic.
The limited trim adds this set of 18-inch 5-spoke machine-finished alloy rims. Found in the XT variants of the Legacy is the Legacy's top engine for 2021. Said engine is a Subaru Boxer 2.4-liter turbocharged flat 4. It's an all-aluminum power plant with dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, direct injection, and dual-active valve control. Horsepower is rated at 260 at 5,600 RPM, while torque is rated at 277 pound-feet from 2,000 to 4,800 RPM. The transmission is a high-torque Lineartronic CVT automatic with an 8-speed manual mode, and standard on all Legacy models is Subaru's famed symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Running on regular unleaded with an 18.5-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for a Legacy XT are 24 mpg in the city and 32 mpg on the highway. It uses a McPherson strut front suspension and a double wishbone rear suspension. Stopping the Legacy are 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes, and base curb weight for Legacy XTs rounds up to 3,800 pounds.
Back door panels also have storage of bottle holders. You have 60/40 split folding rear seats. Both front seats have mat pockets on the backs. Coat hooks on both sides. Rear passengers do get their own climate vents, a couple of USB ports, and 2-stage heated rear seats in the limited trim. You also have a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. And space back here, I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat adjusted roughly for myself. And space back here is pretty good, even though it's a sedan and not a crossover. I still have about an inch or so of headroom, which is nice. Legroom and footroom is pretty decent. It's definitely a comfortable place to be in. What you expect from a mid-size sedan in this class. Dual exhaust.
The trunk of the Legacy offers 15.1 cubic feet of space, which can be expanded on by folding down the rear seat backs.
And as you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the passenger side. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2021 Subaru Legacy. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.